So Machina and Sid return with the debut of Machina's Lost Chapters, but it's very much needed touch-ups. Sid comes out with his EX Plus realization as well as his rework, and Machina gets his very much needed LD that pretty much makes him really, really good. And we're going to go ahead and talk about that. As always, big shout out to the Tom Berry True for the lovely infographics that will be displayed in this video. They are all lovely group of people, and if you're not following them on any of the social media platforms such as Facebook and or Reddit, make sure you go do so or give their website a check. See, as they're very, very helpful to the community. Now let's get into start out with Sid. So Sid before basically ran a wide variety of options. He was a Dispeller, he had some healing capabilities, he had some Brave Battery capabilities, as well as, just doing damage. With his rework, it gives him more Brave hits, and pretty much just makes what he did before just a little bit better. His EX Plus turns his EX from a 10-hit alternating Brave, alternating HP attack into a 13-hit alternating Brave, alternating HP attack that gives him 20% Brave gain after each HP attack to deal even more damage and inflict the Wind Peril. This is a strange one, solely just for the fact that his EX is non-elemental damage. So it's kind of weird that his EX didn't get the wind element, or he didn't get a buff that allows him to get the wind enchant. That would make a lot more sense to me, but this really is only beefing up his first and second skill. Now, the big thing with Sid is, even though he did get a much needed touch-up, his Brave hits are still minimalistic. He only hits 4 times with both of his skills, as well as his HP attack and Brave attack not really doing too much in those either. So his Brave shaving is a little bit on the lower side, being stuck with some lower Brave hits, as well as this makes it a little harder for him to capitalize on damage that he could be doing. So you really want to run him alongside of other characters that can really just assist him in that department. He's not self-sufficient at all. Being a jack of all trades, master of none is kind of what Sid continues to go with, as he's not really able to be super efficient in any of the categories that he covers. His damage is decent, his HP healing is decent, his Brave gains are decent, and the Wind and Peril is just decently used. So that being said, overall, Sid does cover a wide variety of options, but mostly being a DPS before anything. So if you are missing a character that covers any of these roles, just note that while Sid can't be used for them, he will need assistance. He's not the best Dispeller in the world, he's not the best healer in the world, he's not the best Brave Battery in the world, but the fact that he has it just helps him out in the long run. Mostly, Sid does need a lot of love in order to be ran on the team just to assist him in specific regards, because outside of everything else that he's doing, he offers no party auras to speak of. So overall, Sid is a good character, just needs a lot of TLC in order to really make him fit onto the teams. Now let's go ahead and move on to Machina, who did not receive a rework, but did receive a very important LD mechanic. Now his LD is an 8-hit, shocker, 8-hit AoE, split damage HP attack that inflicts a new debuff that whenever Machina attacks a target, he will follow up with a 4-hit AoE Brave AoE HP attack with split damage. Now this is incredible solely for the fact that Machina is very fast. Machina takes a lot of turns to itself. Not only that, Machina also does get a free skill usage with the LD use, besides the LD getting a free use that helps out with his skills. Machina already had incredible longevity, and now Machina actually has the ability to do AoE damage. Machina is all single target outside of the LD and its debuff. So he now has the option of doing some more AoE damage, as well as his best friends being characters that lower turn rate. Additionally lowers speed because the debuff actually drops speed as well as characters who delay. Quistis is literally his best friend because she delays very well, as well as drops the turn rates on multiple targets. While she is mostly single target focused, she has an EX that can help him out a lot. And other characters who could fit that build just to slow the enemy down physically as much as possible, just so Machina can take advantage of this debuff for as best as he can, as it is only up for 4 turns. So you really want to make sure that Machina can take advantage of this ability Otherwise, you're going to be running out of LDs before you can really get anywhere to speak of, especially against foes that do have extremely high turn rate. Machina did a lot of damage, but did a lot and some decent damage before. Now that is skyrocketed to a whole new level as he now has a reliable follow-up with great AoE damage. Now, do keep in mind though, Machina is only a DPS character, so that is literally what you'll be putting him on the team for. And as a DPS unit, he does it fairly well. Now, overall, this banner is actually pretty sizable. Vaughn's Burst is okay, but Machina is a relatively powerful character, and Rem herself still holds up to this day. Being a very turn-based shenanigan character, she still holds up fairly well. These good healing, good auras, a solid EX, and all that nice jazz. While Sid may be the most lackluster on the banner, he still has his uses and can still be used. So this banner might be worthwhile for you if you are willing to sit down and pull for it. If Machina is a favorite of yours from the Titan Serum cast, I do highly recommend pulling it. But I would say that I would give it a safe 2 pull on this banner. Machina really came out impressing me this time. Last time when Machina first dropped, I was not impressed with his character at all. I thought his kit was very lackluster and wasn't really holding up all that well when he first dropped. While he had great longevity, his damage was just not all that great as he was also target focused, but this LD fixes that entirely. I do think Machina really did get one of the better upgrades that we've seen so far in the LD era. That's my personal opinion. Take it as you will. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for me on this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.